Welcome to the demo of the project SpeechGuide by the team Vocalsmiths. Our website SpeechGuide focuses on empowering lives through personalized speech therapy services. This is the landing page of the website. In the navigation bar, you can see option for home, about, and to log in as a patient, therapist, or supervisor. The next section shows what sets us apart from other such similar services. We have customized therapy plans, regular progress tracking, and speech exercises to give this journey a fun twist. This is how the whole journey of a patient looks like. They first register and then they are allocated therapist. After that, sessions are scheduled, and after few sessions, progress reports are also made. The about section describes in detail our aim and motto. Here is what our happy clients are saying about us. Now let's move to the top of the website and explore the dashboard for patient, therapist, and supervisor one by one. Clicking on the patient URL, I will be navigated to the login page. Here we have not integrated backend as of now, so I'll just provide dummy credentials to login. So I'll just start a dot in the username and the password. The patient dashboard provides the patient with a comprehensive view of all the features that our website offers. Firstly, the dashboard will give them a view of their progress and status based on the scores and analytics. Furthermore, there is an option to practice different speech exercises and view their therapy plans and as updated by the therapist. So let's just go to exercises first. Here the user can resume their last exercise, can see his or her progress over the time, and also can see their past days streak. There are a few exercises that are onboarded on the platform as of now. If I go to a particular exercise, for example the paragraph reading, uh, the users can choose to directly speak or to listen first and then speak. As of now, this is a very basic interface, and we are planning to integrate more exercises and evaluation measures in order to track patients' progress. So let me just go back to the dashboard of the user. Now let's move to the sidebar and explore more features. In the option track your progress, you can see that the first up we have some basic information about the patient. This will be common for both the patient and the therapist. The overview of the patient progress will be seen by both of them. uh, then we have the therapy goals. Here you can see that what has been their progress for particular therapy goals. Next up, we have some visual representation for the therapy goals, and this can help the therapist analyze the progress of the patient and make plans accordingly. Then we have verbal exercise completion. Here you can see different exercises and their measures, which, for example, for the accuracy check exercise, the patient is performing really well, but for the word recall exercise, the patient is not performing very well. Then there are feedback section for from the therapist. Here the patient can view the feedbacks that are given to him or her by the therapist. Furthermore, we have the star count. This is the rating that is also given by the therapist. Also, there are options to download this report or to share it directly, either on WhatsApp or on mail. Now let's go back, and here you can see view your training schedule. In this, you will be shown a calendar in which the patient can see his upcoming sessions so that he or she doesn't miss any of them. Lastly, we have the contact us section and the log out button. So let's just log out and move to the next part, which is the therapist dashboard. I'll again fill in the dummy credentials. This is the dashboard for the patient. On the home page, there is this create feature where the therapist can begin writing a new document of their choice. Then this dynamically updated table shows them their booked sessions for the day. Red means they are cancelled, green means they are done, and white means they are yet to be completed. We have the calendar attached to the doctor's official email ID, where all their sessions or meetings get attached when they are booked. Below is the part for recent documentation where they can access their last three documents across different categories. After that, we have the insights section, which also gets dynamically updated, showing therapists' total number of patients so far, the rating from the supervisor, which is the clinical rating, and the rating from the patients, which is given by the patients. In the next section, you can see the recent reviews from his patients. Then now let's move to the patients section. Here in the patients section, uh, one can see the name of their patients and some detail about them. So this is an area where the therapist can see all the patients he has ever worked with, and specifically if he wants to know more details about the patient, he can even click on this. Now let's move to the supervisor section. This is the part where the therapist get information of their supervisor and upload prescriptions or progress reports that will appear in the supervisor's dashboard for review. The open work table shows the reviews changes suggested by the supervisor which are not yet accommodated by the therapist, and the closed work table shows the one that are completed by the therapist. Next is the speech therapy uh, tab that gives the therapist an overview of the exercises that the patient can practice on their dashboard. Also, the therapist can put up a request to add a new one or remove or modify the existing exercises to the admin of the website. Now, in the documentation section, the therapist can work with the documents. There are three types of documents so far: notes to take during sessions, prescriptions to send to the patient and to get reviewed by the supervisor, and progress reports to be developed by the therapist after a fixed number of sessions that are to be shared by the supervisor. We are also in favor of providing a chat section where the therapist can interact with the supervisor, patient, or the support team. This is it for the therapist's dashboard. Now let's move to the supervisor section. Last part of the project, and let's click on supervisor. I will again enter the details here and sign in. This is what the dashboard for supervisor looks like. Here on the home screen, the supervisor can see an overview of the number of patients, the therapist, and the active cases. The sidebar allows easy and quick navigation to all the pages. Moving over to the case management tab, here the supervisor can view active patient cases along with their therapist allocated to that patient and the status of that case. He can perform actions like viewing the case in detail or adding comments to this. Moving over to the therapy plan management, here the therapy plans with the therapist name and their status are available. The supervisor may view or add comments accordingly. In progress reporting, we have a drop down to select the therapist. For example, if I select Dr. Ria, we get to view their stats like completed, pending sessions, total therapy hours, and completion rate. We also see their recent activity and pending task. Clinical rating has a similar interface. With a therapist dropdown, we see that quick starts under the therapist information is also provided here. The supervisor can view their recent activities and pending tasks with the guidance to rate the therapist. After that, he may rate the therapist out of 5 over here, or even may add some comments to this section. The reports and analytics can be used to generate reports on therapist using our default report format. This is all for the demo of the project. I hope you liked it. You can find the URL of the project, which is this, in the description of this video. Thank you for your time.